Hi everyone, welcome back to Hot Custom YouTube channel. Today the car I'd like to feature is actually from Tomica Limited Vintage TRV, the Nissan GT-R Nismo 2017 model. So this is a model that has been continuously been released by TRV due to the popularity. Until now, I believe we have like 15 or more, maybe 20 of these TRV casting. I had did my very first video for TRV last year, I think 6 months ago, which comprises of maybe more than 16 or 17 Nissan GT-R. So of course for 2017 they have add-ons, and there is also a very first time of a web exclusive from Takara Tomy, and this is actually the Lock-On series. So the Lock-On exclusive is actually from Hong Kong store, Lock-On store, and to our surprise that this Japanese brand has actually launched in Hong Kong for the first time instead for Japan. And yes, the Hong Kong market for Tomica is actually very big. So wherever Japan has been released, I believe Hong Kong has also released on the same day or maybe just slightly later, unlike other Asian countries. So Hong Kong, I believe, play a very crucial part in the progress for Tomica, and that's hence they have a TRV exclusive for Hong Kong. As you can see, the box has been rotating for a while. Behind the box, they state that this product is actually made for Hong Kong only. So to the lucky Hong Kong collectors, that's great. And irony is that just this product is sold in Hong Kong only. So this is the stuff. And the irony is that when the product was going to be, there's a news of this Lock-On going to be pre-sold on Lock-On store, a lot of people actually is trying to figure out how to purchase this from the Lock-On store in Hong Kong, overseas collector. I finally figure out a way, but at the same night when it was announced, it was actually sold out before it was even pre-sold the next day. So this one I have to get from a fellow reseller, and I'm very happy that my buddy Yo has actually passed me his personal set for me to review first. Mine is on the way. Thanks to my buddy Trix, who helped a few of us trying to get this Lock-On GT-R. And thank you very much. We have secured this. We have to get it from a reseller. And of course, the car is actually something that is not new. It is something that we have already seen a few times already. The one that is actually different, unique, is actually the box. Because of the squarish box, what we have here is actually the silver stamp foil with actually the line art. For the rest of the box, just like this at the side, is actually more or less basically the same. In fact, I'm not very happy with this TRV GT-R box. Is because they always come in the cumbersome size of a square box, instead of this regular box like this that actually will let us actually keep our TRV better. So this box is actually quite bulky and a waste of space. So hence I have most of them actually I take them out from the box, and I keep them just in clear case, carefully label them, because I got so many. Till date I have collected every single of the GT-R, and I will just keep collecting it blindly if this TRV has still come out with this GT-R. So as usual, it came with a bio card, and the bio card actually come as silver foil also, stamp foil also, and this is actually the specs for the GT-R Nismo. It's actually really nothing really new. This Nismo 2017 model is actually more or less the same as we have for the 2017 model web exclusive. So the most interesting thing is actually the bio card. This bio card is not bio card, I'm sorry. This card, a Nissan GT-R Nismo card, a very elegant card, is actually made of metal. So it's not a plastic card. It actually comes with this Lock-On store as well. You can see the Lock-On times Tommy Tech Collect logo here. And what is very nice is the grille. The GT-R Nismo is slightly, is it even embossed? I don't think it's embossed or debossed. I think it's just a print, a silk screen print of a silver printing ink. So you have a Nissan GT-R Nismo here, the logo, as well as Tommy. But what very interesting thing here is actually the grille. It's actually very nice. It's a metallic card. It's not a plastic card. And I believe that if you purchase this from Hong Kong, they will actually engrave your name somewhere around here. I have my initial engraved as well, Hot Custom, which I will share once I got my car from Trix in one of our cash up. So yeah, thanks very much, buddies. All these review wouldn't have happened if not for every one of you who has been helping one another. Alright, here's the Nissan GT-R, the lock-on exclusive. So I believe that most of you have seen this casting a few times, and I believe that this is actually not the very first time that TRV has done such a casting like this. This is actually more or less a repeat casting. A repeat casting from the TRV web exclusive Nissan that was actually launched last year. So actually I believe that this is also the 2017 model, and I think that is actually there's no difference. There's no difference at all except for the finishing. This I believe is actually the accurate color for the Nissan GT-R Nismo. Yes, of course they have to be accurate. So apart from this, which is in the gunmetal finish, and the lock-on which is in silver, basically everything is the same. It's just the same. You don't feel any difference of actually receiving a car that is of much difference. Apart from the lock-on card as well as the different packaging. So this is just really for the sake of completing your Nissan GT-R collection, which is actually as simple as that. So yeah, let me, because I really have to keep all the car in the case to label it properly, because I believe all the things that is having a difference is just only the grille difference on the front. So it's actually quite hard to spot. So this is the 2017 Nissan GT-R model. This is not the Nismo version. This is just actually a regular version. This one was actually released together with the orange one, which is also silver. So you can see the shades are totally the same. They are just silver. It's just that this is not a Nismo version. This is actually just a GT-R. And you can see right now the Nismo, you always have the signature red with the racing seat, as well as the interior is actually red. You have a spoiler that is actually much more aggressive rather than the regular one, and actually the rim that is actually a different. This is actually a Nismo rim. So yeah, as you can see, all these things are actually quite nice. The detail is there, is top notch, it's actually flawless. So yeah, everything that is supposed to be there is there. So it's cool. And of course, the next one is actually the 2014 model Nissan GT-R Nismo. So this is actually getting very risky now, because the only difference is actually the front grille. The rest is actually more or less the same. I've already organized myself up because I will just screw up, because they just look like totally just like the same thing, except for the slight difference in the front. So this is actually the 2014 model, which is also the Nismo model, which actually come out, I believe, is in the very early phase of the Nismo GT-R. I think the white one, many people are still looking for it, around for it. So yeah, it's actually quite hard to find out for TRV. This is the thing. If you actually miss out the first wave and you never get shortly from the reseller, actually collecting this is actually quite hard. So yeah, let's go to the next one. The next one is actually I believe this is the one. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. The last one, which is also in a gunmetal shade. This is actually the Nismo N-Attack package. So yeah, we have two Nismo here, and this is actually the gunmetal Nismo. This one you have actually the very distinctive one is the spoiler. The spoiler is actually high. So sorry about that. So you have the high spoiler, and that actually make it more distinctive and set it apart from the Nismo GT-R. So yeah, this one I actually did a dedicated walkthrough video on my very first video for all my TRV GT-R model, and I believe that is already close to like more than 15. So with this lock-on edition, I believe now we can have like, we have reached the 20 of the similar casting, the same model for Nissan GT-R 35 milestone. So is TRV still going to come out more of this, or are they just going to focus on the Honda Civic Type R? We never know, but we always know that TRV is always on the right track. So this one is not about nothing about hype about JDM or anything, because for Tomica collector and Tomica limited vintage collector, we all know that for a Japanese brand such as Tomica, the JDM mainline, general mainline release is usually all just JDM. And for Asian collectors like us, we have been collecting JDM since for a very long time. So this is definitely not about the hype. There are actually many casting on JDM that is actually not a very popular model, and yes, TLV and Tomica has also actually very faithfully produced it. So things are looking good for TLV. 2018 is actually looking very good. Many new releases such as the Hino, as well as the Honda Civic Type R. They're going to come out more of that. You can see my previous video, my previous review. And here, this is just the lock-on GTR, which is something that the domestic Japanese collector can't actually have it, except for the Hong Kong collector. So yeah, thanks for watching to my channel, and remember to subscribe to Hawk Custom YouTube. I actually do upload video content every week. Thanks everyone. Goodbye.